Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I am back with another episode today. It's your favorite boy, Investor X. So guys, if you're new to my channel, please kindly hit the subscribe button so that we can get my channel to 1K subscribers, and also share this video and like this video as you are watching it already. So guys, today I'm going to share with you guys a trendline strategy that you can be able to apply to your trading. I can make a good profit off the market. This particular strategy I've backtested it a lot of times, alright, and I figured what works and what actually does not work. So I'll be sharing with you guys today this strategy. You can see here with my journal, these are where I do my backtesting a lot. Alright, so whatever strategy that works for me in this market, I journal them down to make sure that I stay up to date with what is happening in the market. That's why this is my journal. So I'll walk you guys through on my chart to show you guys this simple trendline strategy with low risk that can help you achieve some good profits in this forex market, that having to worry about a lot of analysis on the market. Just trend lines, very easy one. So let's get to my setup and let me share with you guys this particular strategy that you can apply to your trading. All right,
here at my trading chart, I'll be showing you guys these trend line strategies that you can be able to apply to your trading. Very simple ones. It's a very easy strategy, but you need to understand how it works first before you can be able to apply them perfectly. Right, so I wouldn't waste much of our time on this particular video. I don't want to stay long on this video, so I'll be taking a very short time to analyze and break these things down for you guys. Also, you can see here I have a markup on my chart. These are trades that were caught this week here and here. I shared this one with the Telegram community members yesterday, of which you caught a sell. So I will leave a link in the description. If you want to be a part of our Telegram community, you can join us using that link in the description. So without further ado, let's get to this particular trendline strategy that I'm talking about already. So when it comes to trendline, we have basically two forms of trendline strategy. We have the pure breakouts and we have the breakout and retest. Right. We also have the trendline bounce, which is not breaking out of the trendline. So I'll be explaining these forms of trendline strategy for you, so you know how to apply them to your trading. So let's see an illustrative example above. So there's a little secret I'm going to be sharing with you guys. I'm going to be dropping that tip for you guys today. Whenever you see a trend line, just note that the third touch of that trend line is the most effective part of that trend line. It simply means that whenever it gets to the third touch of a trend line, you would want to wait to see if there's going to be a bounce off that trend line or there's going to be a breakout from the trend line. So you should confirm that first before hopping on your trades. Now, but most case scenarios, there's going to be a break. All right. So now it's left for you to enter aggressively or you want to enter conservatively. So I'm going to be explaining that for you guys on this video. Here I have a sketch here showing us our point A right here, our point B on the next one, and our point C on the last one, which is the third touch that I'm talking about. So on that third touch, you want to wait for a confirmation first to know if there's going to be a breakout or there's going to be a bounce. So this right here is a bounce. Simply means that the trend line is still going to hold, so the bias is still going to be active to create a new high up to this level. All right, but then if there's going to be a breakout, it means that the market is going to change a direction to the opposite side. So as the market is being bullish for quite a while, it means that we're going to have a set of bearish movements, creating now lower lows and creating now lower highs and lower lows. All right, so when you see this kind of scenario in the chart, there are two forms. There are different ways that you can approach the market. You can either approach the market as an aggressive trader, or you can approach the market as a conservative trader. Personally, it depends on the trade presenting itself in the market at the moment. There are sometimes you can approach the market as an aggressive trader. There also sometimes can approach the market as a conservative trader, but it is, nice for you to approach the market as a conservative trader, because most times if you want to approach the market as an aggressive trader, you might end up getting stopped out by the market, and you wouldn't want that to happen to you. So back to what we are saying now. If you have a pure breakout to the downside, you can actually approach this market like this, entering off this break immediately, then having your SL above the trend line. This trend line here is going to be serving as a resistance for us, since it was a previous support that was broken, now serving as a resistance. So we're going to have our stop loss just above that trend line. Then our take profit is going to be on the next low available. All right, so this is going to be our take profit 1, and this is going to be our take profit 2 on the downside, just in this form. But then you don't just hop in because you saw a break. There are confirmations that you need to have before you hop in on this trade because you saw a break here. So what I do is I wait for a candle closure on the 1 hour time frame. Most times it might serve as a fake out on the lower time frame, and on the higher time frame, breaking out to then close above the trend line and continue in its direction. So I always wait for a candle closure on the higher time frame to confirm that, all right, the sellers are active before I hop in. I don't just hop in basically because of I saw a break off the trend line. All right, so this is how you approach the aggressive form of it on a pure breakout. Now on the other side, we have the breakout and the retest. Now this is also a very good one. Being conservative about the market, you don't just want to hop in on the pure breakout. You want to see a retest up back to that trend line to see if the buyers are trying to push back price a little bit more before the sellers then can take charge of the market. So then how are you going to approach this retest when it happens? There are 3 forms, or there are 3 ways in which you can approach that retest when it occurs in the market. One of them is approaching it when it occurs, when the retest happens back to this trend line that's going to serve as a resistance for us. Then you have your SL above that resistance line, which is the trend line there. Then you'll take profit to the downside. Then the next part is you want to wait for the price to come back to any form of fib retracement level. So what you do is you take your Fibonacci, you bring out your Fibonacci, place it on the most recent high created in the market. All right, created in the market. Then place your 0 level on the most recent low created after that break. Then wait for a retest to probably the fib retracement levels at 618 or 786. Price is going to come there, retest that part level there, and then sell off to the downside. All right, or you want to wait for the price to come back to their high created, because sometimes you might want to manipulate and take out everybody here before it begins to sell. So what it's going to do is going to come back to the high available, but then this is going to happen outside of this trend line in most case scenarios. It's not going to be inside of these trend lines. What am I trying to explain? So let me show you guys quickly what I mean by that. Let's this breakout happened in this form, and we have maybe the chart created some form of high before the breakout happened in this form. Hold on. So let's say this is how the chart happened to be before the breakout occurred. So I'll place my Fibonacci on this recent high here and on the recent low that happened after the breakout before the retest started to occur. So now my entry is going to be at the 618 level. So price is basically going to do like this, retest to this 618 level or 780 level or any retracement level right there, then sell off from there. So my entry is going to be at that 618 level, then my sell off is going to be to the downside for my take profit. So my entry is going to be there, and my SL is going to be just above my 786 level. All right, so this is how I'm going to approach my entry to the market. Remember, this is just an illustrative example. I'm still going to show you guys on the chart, so I'm just trying to explain it so that you guys understand what I'm going to talk about when I get to the chart now. All right, so this is the second form to approach it. Remember, the first form was you just waiting for the retest on the edge of the trend line, serving as a resistance. Now you sell off. Now again, it's for you to wait for retracement to the Fibonacci resistance levels, and you take your sell from there. Now the last form is sometimes the market will want to manipulate. All right, you know, the market is supreme. Anything can happen in this market. There is no right or wrong in the market. It just predicts based off probabilities. So anything can happen. So most times the market will just want to retest back this high here before it takes a sell. All right, so you might want to also wait sometimes to get the confirmation. So what I do is I wait for weak rejections in any of these retracement levels. If it doesn't happen, then I know that it's coming for the high available there before I take my sell. So if it happens in that form, I will get in here. All right, then my SL will just be above that high created there, and I'll take my sell to the downside. So it happens in that form too. Now let's see on the chart and explain perfectly how you can be able to catch using these trend line strategies too on the chart. So here you can see I have a lot of markups here on my chart, which is what happened just this week, and we were able to catch some entries in the market. So you can see on this first part here, we have our point A at this level. We have our point A at this level here. We have our point B at this level here. And we have our point C at this level here. On the lower time frame, you can see that right there that we have our trend line running through this uptrend here. This is our point A, our point B, and our point C. And I said the point C, or the third touch, is the most effective part of the trend line. And you can see that bearish drop right there. Wait for that candle closure beneath that trend line to confirm the sells for you. Now you can approach this market aggressively by entering just at this point right here, then sell off to the downside. But make sure that your SL is above this high created here. All right, you saw what happened on the right hand side, because price might want to come and take out all the sellers at this level. So this is one way to enter the market from this breakout. Just as the pure breakout, aggressively you enter the market without wasting much time. Right, then secondly, you can also enter the market with a retest to the 618 retracement level. Like I explained above, place it on the most recent high created in this place, which is here, and down to the most recent low, which is this one here available. All right, now placing it right there, you can see that the market came back to retest 618 level or 780 level, whichever one. So now you place your sell from this level right here to the downside. So this is going to be our entry from this form. Now in most case scenarios too, I told you can also wait for the market. Sometimes the market will want to come back to that high there before a sell is going to occur. I will show you an example that happened from last week, which was actually what took me out from a sell last week, but then the sell still finally happened. Let me see if I can be able to see that right here on the chart and show you guys too, so you can know that in most times too it will occur in that form. All right, so you can see right here, this is a perfect example for what I was saying for the market coming to retest the last high before taking a sell. This is our point A here. You can see that. This is our point B. That's our point A. This is our point B here. And this is our point C, where the breakout happened. All right, now the breakout happened, came back to retest the 618 level, like I said earlier. Now sold up to the downside, find support level at our fixed take profit level. Now came back up again. Now you can see that the market came back to retest this high again. So if you were on a sell and you didn't take profit at that first take profit one, market is actually going to come to take out finally before taking that sell to the downside. So I got in at this point here because I did not expect the market to come back to this high again after it must have broken from this point, came to retest this previous level of resistance here, which is our Fibonacci retracement level. If I place it from my high here down to this low here, you can see that that's the 780 level. The candle closed below the 780s level, so it's still Fibonacci holding. So I did not expect the market to also come back up again, but then market is supreme and anything can happen. So I actually took the loss on this particular trade last week, but it's okay to take a loss. The losses are inevitable. What matters is that you understand what is actually happening in the market. All right, so now this is how it can also appear, like I said, in three forms with a breakout and a retest. You can enter aggressively off the trend line break, or you can wait for a retracement back to the trend line to act as a resistance for you, then you enter for a sell. That's when the market is bullish. Or you can also wait for the market to retrace to Fibonacci level of 618 or 780s like it did here. Now you take the sell from this level. Make sure that your stop loss is just above the recent high created there. Then your SL is at your zero level or your extra profit level right there. So you can take the sell in this form, or you can also wait for the market to come retest the last high created before you take the sell. So it happens in that form, these three forms. So guys, this is how you can be able to catch retracements, or you can be able to catch sells or buys off trend lines. Just these simple strategies. Look at this one here again this morning. I actually missed the sell because it happened way too early than I expected for it to happen. I was waiting to catch this sell this morning, but before I woke up, it already occurred. It happened by 6 a.m. in the morning. Right, so that's it. That this is a long bullish movement here. We have our point A right here. So it's always about you noticing your points in the market when it comes to trend line strategy. So you can see there is point A. This is point A, and here we have point C, where the breakout happened from. Now, like I said, you can enter aggressively from this point and make sure that your SL is just above the recent high created, or you can wait for a retracement back to the Fibonacci levels to catch a sell. All right, placing it on this high here and down to that low there. That's how I can be able to get my entry in the market. You can see price came back to retest 786 and 618 level. So what I do is I place my entries in between 618 or 786 level to be able to catch the sell. So my XL is going to be above the recent high created in the market to be able to catch that sell. Now my take profit level is going to be the lows that are present in that particular trend line break. So this is going to be my take profit 1, take profit 2, and take profit 3. But you see that long candle was just direct to our take profit point. So that's how it happens. So like I said, trend line strategy is a very easy one, but you need to understand how it works. You need to understand how it works. There are also some tricks again using the trend line strategy that also happens in the market sometimes. Let me still share that one with you guys. You just can go and back test it and see if it actually works for you, because I have been using it and it's working for me, because I understood how it moves. All right, I showed you guys my trading journal in the beginning of this video and how I am able to journal most of the stuff I see on the chart down, so as not to miss it on the next one. So here's another form that you can be able to see a trend line breaker strategy. Let's say the market is in a bit of long uptrend like this and creating series of higher highs and higher lows in the market in this form. Point B here, then our point C, market breaks to this from here. So most times you won't have a retest to that place. All right, so market can just come to this form right here, maybe our take profit 1, and starts ranging. So to give you a form of range here, to give you a form of range at this level. Now when it gives a form of range at this level, what you have to do is for you to wait for a break to see if a break is going to happen, either to the upside or to the downside. All right, but in most case scenarios, the price is going to break to the downside to continue this long downtrend from this trend line here breakout. All right, so what you're going to do is just to wait for a candle closure to confirm the sells just beneath this range happened here. If you see a candle closure beneath this range here, you can enter and keep your SL above this high here for the range, or this resistance level for the range. Now take your profit on the next low available. Also, you can also appear in this form too. I'm just showing you guys case scenarios that you can be able to see for this trend line breakout, and it works perfectly because I have back tested it a lot and I have used it to trade a lot on my trading. So you can also have a bearish pennant occur in this chart in this form. Whenever you have that breakout, you won't see a retest. It can go a long way before the pennant is being formed. Can just break out in this form. Now you have a pennant happen this way, a bearish pennant. So once you see that, you have to wait for the price to break out to the downside. If the price breaks out of this pennant here, what you have to do is to wait for a candle closure to confirm that the sell is going to happen in that form. If you have a candle closure beneath that pennant, and just enter and make your SL above the high of this pennant, which is right here. Just make your SL to be above that high of that pennant, which is right there. All right, your SL just above there. Then take your sell on the next available low on the trend line break. So guys, that is it for trend line breaker strategies. They are very simple strategies, but you need to understand how it works. Like I said, point A, point B, point C. But you can see first touch, second touch, and third touch. And note that the third touch of a trend line is the most effective part. So as a trader, always wait for a confirmation to see if you're going to have a trend line bounce off that third touch, you're going to have a trend line break. If you have a trend line bounce, it simply means that the trend line is continuing the trend. But if you have a trend line break, it simply means that you're going to approach the market in two forms, which is the pure breakout, the aggressive form, or you can wait for a retest, which is the conservative form. When I say for the conservative form, you can approach the market for a retest back to the trend line, serving as a resistance, then you sell with your SL above the trend line, or you can wait for a retest back to the Fibonacci retracement levels of 618 or 786. You take a sell to the downside, or you can wait for a retest back to the high, depending on the market condition at that moment. Then for the pure breakout, just wait for a candle closure beneath the trend line. And I will always do that on the higher time frame, because on the 1 hour time frame, that is my market structure. Okay, so guys, that will be the end of this very interesting analysis about trendline strategies. I will see you guys in my other screen.
So guys, I hope you enjoyed that very interesting video right there. And if you like this kind of videos, guys, and you want me to repeat this kind of content from time to time, kindly hit the subscribe button right now, and be sure to share this video to your friends and family, and also like this video as you have watched it, so that we can get my channel to 1K subscribers, guys. You guys just please help me achieve this. I can do it alone. You, my friends here on YouTube, can only be able to push this my community, my little growing community, further, so I can be able to keep putting on content here on YouTube. All right, I hope to see you guys on my next video. Bye for now.